Hello and welcome back. Today I'm starting the first video in a new series here in Prague, capital of the Czech Republic. This is the view from my balcony at the hotel I'm staying at, House at the Big Boot. Before I get on to talk about travels and explore the city, I'm going to give you a quick room tour. It's a traditional style of room, and here is the bed, along with the view of the terrace, which I'm going to walk out and show you now. The major selling point of this place, with its amazing view of the red tiled rooftops and even Prague Castle in the very distance over there. So if you're interested in staying here at House at the Big Boot, then the link and the Google Maps location will be in the video description. I had my breakfast right here on the terrace this morning, and it was beautiful, as you can see in these shots here. A great getaway as a city break here in Europe. And many of you may be thinking, why did I choose to come to the Czech Republic? Well, at the time of traveling, there wasn't so many choices of countries to visit, and as it's my job, I was looking to leave the UK after a break, and I'd never been to the Czech Republic before, so I booked my flight. Since then, a week and a half later, the UK then added the Czech Republic to its quarantine list. So if you come home from the Czech Republic, you have to quarantine for 14 days. And I felt like it's something I should mention, as I am British. In the end, I decided to go for it and take my flight, as it's for work reasons. However, if you do decide to visit Czech in the near future, having watched this video, keep an eye on cases and take into account all the risks associated with traveling during these COVID times. That being said, Prague Castle is up there behind me, so let's head up now and visit the most popular attraction in the whole of Prague. I suppose a little bit like my post-lockdown Italy series, this is going to be quite interesting, as Prague is usually a city which is synonymous with throngs of tourists, and at the moment on my way to the main attraction, there isn't really any tourists to be seen. First views of the city skyline emerging from the top here, and the entrance to Prague Castle just behind me. The largest castle complex in the world, according to the Guinness Book of Records, and dates back all the way to the 9th century. The castle guards over there wearing pale blue, based on the first colours of the First Army of the Czech Republic in 1918. There are a number of ticket options when entering Prague Castle. I went with the one that costs 250 Czech koruna, getting me access to St. Vitus Cathedral, the Old Royal Palace, where former kings and queens resided, the Basilica of St. George, with its striking red facade, and also Czechia's best preserved basilica dating back to medieval times, plus a number of other places that make up the world's largest castle complex. Great views can be found at the back of the castle overlooking the city as well. Having followed Narodova all the way to the bottom, you'll reach one of the city's main squares, Malostranska Náměstí, with the imposing St. Nicholas Church looking over. Lots of things set up right now, butchers and cheeses, books, wines, and you'll find the trams running past on either side next to all the historic buildings, which is quite a sight. They're kind of cool looking and they match the scene of the square with old clock towers. And I'm gonna head inside the church with its huge green dome right now. Having just visited St. Nicholas Church, you can see here how incredible it is inside, the detail, all the frescoes on the ceiling above, as well as the sculptures and the different chapels. Quite breathtaking, and just 100 Czech koruna to enter. And now I'm following up by walking up St. Nicholas Church's bell tower, which is also 100 Czech koruna to enter. Now out at the viewing point of the bell tower, and wow, what incredible views from up here. You can see absolutely everything. All the red rooftops in the city is properly revealed. Obviously Charles Bridge just ahead, the square I was in moments before as well, Malostranska Náměstí down there. You can see the trams passing by. From this side, house at the Big Boot where I'm staying, just a little bit further up, and the huge dome of St. Nicholas Church, Prague Castle just behind it. If I continue this way, if there is somewhere you can get better views of Prague than this, then please let me know in the comments below, because I'm not sure if this can be topped. I'd say a must do, considering the fact it's only 100 Czech koruna. It really cannot be missed. Stunning views. Now at the very top of the bell tower, I'm the only one in here. It's pretty small. I like all these old newspaper cutouts of Sparta Prague and other football teams associated with Czech. You can see the green dome here of St. Nicholas Church right up close. And even during the Soviet times here, it was used to spy on the American and British embassies. As you can see, almost the whole of this side of Prague from here. Walking on a bit further, just beside the French embassy, in this kind of quiet, secluded square. I'm here at the John Lennon wall. It's very famous here in Prague, of course. His image became like one of a pacifist hero after his murder in December 1980, and it was a symbol of freedom, of liberty for many living under communist rule at the time, especially young Czechs. And at the time, listening to Western pop music was banned. Even playing it could get you arrested. And so today it stands as an important reminder of Czech's history and also for liberty across the world. And many tourists will come and write their messages here on the wall itself. This whole area of Malá Strana is very picturesque. Even, dare I say it, Looks a little bit like Venice in places. And just above me now is Charles Bridge, probably the most famous landmark, more so than Prague Castle. Apart from coming to Prague to try the beer on tap, I suppose crossing Charles Bridge is the other favourite pastime of tourists, as it's still an important place to go from one side of the city to another today, despite being extremely old and full of iconic statues on either side, and buskers and a few different stalls. Gives it kind of a medieval atmosphere in a 21st century touristy setting. And of course, great views over the Vltava River from here too. The first statue to go up on this bridge, St. John of Nepomuk, who on the orders of Wenceslas IV was chained in armour and thrown off it, as depicted here, and he drowned in the Vltava. Having walked to the other side of Charles Bridge, I'm going to say now that I will end the video here at night time, because I've heard that it's a great place to check out with all the lights. You can see the tower at the end behind me, which is open until 10 p.m, but onwards towards the Old Town Square, which follows almost directly through the streets from when you exit off Charles Bridge. Considering that it's 6 p.m, it does seem just a little bit quiet coming straight off the bridge. This is one of the main touristy streets. You have all the souvenir and gift shops. Some really nice cobblestone streets once again, all the way towards the main Old Town Square, which I'm just entering right now. Incredible how it just opens up all of a sudden, and you can see the twin Gothic spires of the Church of Our Lady before Tin, if I pronounced that correctly, and the famous astronomical clock just there as well. Every hour, on the hour, the clock will work its magic, if only for approximately 45 seconds. dating back all the way to the 10th century. The old town square of Prague is still today the most common meeting point, and there's tons of space for people to sit down, whether that's by the church or in one of the cafes on its perimeter. Have any of you been to Prague, and if so, how does this compare to when you visited? Moving on from the main square, I'm going to head further into the old town just ahead. At the end, on the other side of the old town, is the Powder Tower. It got its name after being a storage place for arms and ammunition, and it was the original gate to the old town in the 15th century. Today, the gate separates the old town from the city's modern shopping district and newer areas. Having walked through the city's main shopping district, I'm now here in Weneslas Square, which is more of a long boulevard than an actual square, the National Museum at the end there, and it has witnessed a great deal of Czech history. One of the old trams here now converted into a cafe, which is pretty cool. Let me give you a few reasons why this is such an important location for many Czechs. It was where in 1848 a giant mass was held during revolutionary times, and then in 1918 people gathered here to celebrate after the announcement of the new Czech Republic, and then in 1989 after the Velvet Revolution, this is where the fall of communism was announced. It's now dark, as you can see, and I'm conscious that I don't want this video to be too long. On my way walking back to Charles Bridge at night, I was passing through the old town and I had to include it in the video. Just look at how incredible it all looks lit up. So I'm not sure how well it's coming through at night, but with my own eyes here, it's quite impressive and certainly worth coming to take a look at. All the lights adding to the aura that is this very picturesque and beautiful city. Even Prague Castle in the distance is all lit up. So I'm gonna end this video of Prague here on Charles Bridge. So thank you very much for watching. If there's anywhere in the Czech Republic you'd like to see me visit over the coming weeks, then do let me know, or any other countries or places in the region perhaps. I'm all ears. Leave them in the comments below, and until next time, peace.